Continuing coverage of the induction of the 2024 Saluki Hall of Fame class. I'm Luke Martin alongside Rick Murray from Saluki Baseball into the Hall of Fame. When you think Hall of Fame, Rick, what were the emotions for you when you got that call?
It really didn't register at first. I told Todd Reeser when he called that he accomplished something. He rendered a retired attorney speechless.
When you think back to your playing days, of course, being able to play for Coach Itchy Jones, what was so special just about playing for Itchy?
Itchy was one of those individuals who, I almost have to say his personality was magnetic. He could talk to just about anybody comfortably. He inspired us. He let us realize what a proud tradition we'd become part of. And at that point, from 1966, so we returned to Division I, until 77, the year that I last played, there were, in those 13 years, SIU made 11 NCAA tournament appearances and 5 appearances in the College World Series with 2 seconds and 2/3 to show for it. So it truly was an honor to join the program.
When you see the College World Series today, and so much that goes into it, of course, the television coverage and just the way media is, so when you think back to your experience, how great is it now to see just how the sport of baseball is totally boomed?
It is amazing. If I recall correctly, after the College World Series that we participated in, I think CBS or one of the networks had like a half-hour special on it, and that was it. And now you can see every play, every out. It's truly amazing the way that it is exploded in interest.
You talk about all those team accomplishments. What amazes me, Rick, is how so many of you guys are still intertwined, and not just intertwined with each other, but intertwined with the program. You are still just in love with Saluki baseball. What is it about the program, about being a Saluki baseball player, that has you guys so intertwined?
Boy, it's tough. I think part of it is simply the tradition.
Yeah.
I know those of us from 60s, 70s, and even early 80s, we were kind of in the heyday of the program. And I think that just the recognition that we were all there, we all participated, we had similar experiences, and quite frankly, Itchy. We're all fans of Itchy's, not a strong enough way to put it. I think he had a lot to do with it.
You think of all the time you spent on the road traveling through all your years. You can talk about the games. I know games are always fun. What's a favorite road trip? What's one of those memories with you and the guys that, if there is one specifically, that really sticks out to you when you think back to your days?
Itchy had just gotten his private pilot's license. In fact, one of my roommates, Neil Fiala, who was also an exceptional ball player, had just gotten his. And I think we were flying back from Omaha, and SIU had its own planes back then. And I look up, and our pilot, if I recall, his name was Bob Pyman, was in the pilot seat, and I looked, and Itchy was in the co-pilot seat. Had me shaking my head. And then a little later, I looked up, Bob was still in the pilot seat, and my roommate was in the co-pilot seat. I don't know why that memory stuck with me as long as it has, but when it comes to road trips, that's the first thing I think of.
Look, I don't want to, we are obviously talking to you before your speech. I don't want to steal so much from your speech, but really my last question for you is what does this ultimately mean for you? And maybe not even so much what it means for you, but what would be your message to current Salukis about what Saluki baseball can do for you and how that can really transform you for the rest of your life when you leave here.
It's hard to believe that when I was 18 years old at home, had some scholarship papers in front of me, and I signed and sent back, that it would start me on such a road. Came to school here, played ball here, got an opportunity to play a couple of years and professionally.
Yeah.
I came back, went to law school here. Ultimately, spent a number of years as a part-time faculty member here. So SIU has been so intertwined with my life. And when I think of the kids who are here now, I don't know if they recognize just what a program they've become part of. So many of us have been able to use this as a stepping stone to further success in our lives. And if I could tell them anything, it would be to enjoy your time here and recognize what you've become a part of.
Rick, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
It's Rick Murray, newest inductee to the Saluki Hall of Fame, class of 2024.